So I'm over here waiting on Jalen to get out of school. They went on a field trip today, but the bus hasn't came back to the school yet. And while I'm sitting here, I'm just checking my little edges out. It's not much to see because you can't really see the color of my hair. I've always had a sandy brown, ashy blonde, goldie, kind of give a ginger in a different season, but it be giving 14 karat gold most of the time. Y'all see this? Look good little edges. With all the chaos going on in my life right now, thank God for some edges. And I just feel like I did these braids, and it's like time for these braids to come out. Y'all see these roots? Yeah, especially the ones that's closer to the edge. Just giving next week. I'm gonna ride this weekend out, and yeah, we're gonna do something different because these gotta go. And yes, this is my natural hair color. For the people in the back, this is olive, my hair color. Yes, I have dyed my hair plenty of times. Like who has never dyed their hair? Well, I mean, you probably do have some people that don't dye it. Funny story about my hair color. When I was little, I used to beg my mom, like, Mom, can you dye my hair? And the funny part about it was everybody thought my hair was dyed because my hair was a lot lighter growing up. But yeah, so I was just looking, I was like, okay, we got some edges. Most mommies' hair falls out around the edges and the temple area. And don't mind me, y'all, it's giving rough, I know. And I'm outside, I'm out and about, and it's giving rough. I'm looking like how I feel. I'm looking like what I'm going through right now, y'all. And it's not it. I'm kind of torn between just rebraid my hair or throw a wig on it. I was thinking about that, actually. Just thinking about doing a nice little wig piece real fast, but then it just got hot out of nowhere. Like, it just got hot. And when I'm saying hot, I don't mean like, oh, it's that regular spring. You get a little sunlight, a little breeze. It's cute. It's warm. Wear a little cute dress. No, it's hot. It's hot. And the best way to describe this heat is by the truth. So this heat really comes from no AC, okay? So just because it is 72, 75 degrees outside of my car, it's giving 1,000 on the inside of my car. And it just happened. And that's why I was like, y'all, I'm just grateful I got some edges. I know I'm looking crazy right now, but the amount of stress I'm going through is really, it's overwhelming. It's frustrating. It's irritating. It's like one thing after another. Literally, like boom, 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 boom. I feel like I done got shot 1,000 times or something. Like it's really bad. But my husband told me today. He said, "Baby, don't lose your faith." And I'm like. He told me, he said, I know you're just being sarcastic about a lot of stuff right now, but because I gotta laugh to keep from crying, but end up crying anyway. So I'm just like, okay, everything's going to get better. A lot of the times when we go through stuff like this, it be a test, like the enemy will come and tempt you. Yes, sure enough. He'll come ruffle your feathers, sure enough. But God is always going to test you on your response. How are you responding to it? And crying out and laying at his feet is okay. It's good. That's good. But what are you going to do about it? Because faith without works is dead. And this ain't a give up season. This ain't no punk season. This is a get everything chop, quick. There's a baby coming, you know. You gotta move. You need a new car. Bed rest. You can't work like that. It gives difficult. It gives difficult. It's giving the fiery furnace. Okay? If you know, then you know. If you know, then you know. So we're gonna get this gas station run for no gas. Snacks. We just want the snacks. Which body armor do we want? I'm thinking strawberry grape or the peach mango. I cannot decide. Jay, should I get the peach mango or the grape? Peach mango. Okay, yeah, we'll get this one then. So, yeah, because it has coconut water in it, some electrolytes, some B vitamins, and no sugar. This is giving. These used to be really good. I don't need any of those now. It would be giving these down here. I would get those. But those are really good too. But yeah, I want some nuts. Like some cashew nuts. Not all this sugar. You're so silly.
Okay. Hello, everyone. I am Jalen. I am my mom's 9-year-old. She is the person driving me to karate. I am a green belt, but today we are going to be talking about what I did today. And what I did today, and if people haven't done it, you should, because it's about your history. So we went to the Martin Luther King Memorial, and we learned where his home was, where his mom was killed, Ebenezer Baptist Church, and his grave. And one thing about his grave is before him and his wife were put in the grave, his wife was in a garden, and a few years later, the kids went up to the memorial and told the people to put their mom with their dad. So they did that, and they had to recreate the whole thing. And if you go, because it's in Atlanta, Georgia, if you go there, when you see the things at the center where his body was buried, but you know everyone's body is buried in one of those things, as casket that is in the ground. He wasn't brought in a casket. He was in a casket, but he was brought in a wagon. And when you go to the visit center, you can see the wagon that he was carried in, and it's the real wagon, the real one.
Oh, that's cool. And what else?
And if you didn't know, his mom was killed on the organ. But really, they were trying to assassinate Dr. Martin Luther King, and that's why they targeted him in Montgomery, Alabama, at the Lorraine Hotel. I think that's what it is, the Lorraine Hotel. It was, so he was doing something, and then the next day, he was getting out of the bed, and he went outside to go, and he was about to go do something else, and he was assassinated. And so things about Martin Luther King, here's one great thing. he fought for our freedom. Another thing, he won the Nobel Prize for peace. And the Peace Prize was because he wanted to stop segregation and wanted peace with the whole world and stop and not having because if you're in a public school, you might not know all of this, but I'm in a private school and it's Christian and Black history, so I know a lot about things in Black history. But when you go to the water fountains, like in 18 something, it will have a white water fountain and the colored people water fountain. And when Martin Luther King died, they were okay, they were not sad that he died. They were not happy that he died, but really, we are proud until this day that the people for Martin Luther King and that and back in the times when he was born and when he died in 1968, after his death, they still fought for freedom. And that's why we have freedom today.
A little bit.
Yes, a little bit freedom.
A little bit.
Not a lot of freedom.
It's better than what it was.
Yes, it is really better than what it was. And another thing that I have to tell you, and that is really good to hear, we did not begin as slaves. And as a Christian, we had Adam and Eve. But really, we weren't slaves at all. We were just people until the white people said, okay, so God needs us to get the black people and cargo them to sell them into slavery. But when they said that, it was their gods, not the creator. It was their gods that they thought that said that. It wasn't the creator, because real God would never say anything like that. And we all know this. Africa is Africa, but it's not Africa, because it's not his real name. And when the white people came, they changed the country's name to Africa, the continent name to Africa, to confuse people and to this day. But me and my school just found out that that's not true. That Africa name is not Africa. So if they don't tell you about Martin Luther King, just know that my mom, that it was a good day today, and I'm really happy that that we had this thing, the Martin Luther King's thing, because the field trip. Because if y'all were in public school, y'all wouldn't know nothing about this. Well, some public schools, some of them.
A lot of public schools do, Jayon, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And they go on that field trip. Same one you went on, they go on that too, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Okay.
And that's all I did today.
No, it's not. Miss Dudley said y'all got to go to the park.
Oh, yeah, we did get to go to the park.
Eat in the park. Lunch in the park.
And 8 years later, after they bought after they made the thing, there was too much people coming in and it was too crowded and they couldn't have that much people, so they created a new church.
Okay.
So yeah, that's really what I did today.
So the heat actually simmered down. Finally, I'm taking a little walk before while Jalen is getting his practice together. They haven't quite yet started, so I'm just taking me a little walk, because sitting in the car for so long, or just sitting in a chair for so long, it hurts. So I try to stretch out, walk, get some walking in a little bit. Brought my vitamin, what is it called? My Armor water. Bought that. So yes. And I actually feel so much better. I'm in a much better mood. So the enemy, Satan, the devil, him downstairs, he really wants to like get me in a bad funk. It's like he wants to get me angry, and I don't like being an angry person. He's trying to get me in a place of frustration, and I have to constantly cast down the spirit of frustration and irritation and fatigue. You know, everything that kind of gets your feathers rowdied up. And so it's kind of overwhelming, because I don't have that much help and guidance in everything that I'm going through right now. So like when I was saying the other day, I feel like I'm winging it. I really do feel like I've been winging it. But I'm trying to keep my spirit up, keep myself uplifted, and just do the best that I can, because that's all I can do. I told my mother, I'm not stressing out about this. I've cried enough. Ain't no more tears for this. It's like, what more can I do? What more can I do? I still don't have a specialist, a doctor, and I'm bouncing back between hospitals. Who's going to accept me, who's not? So that's become a thing right now. Who's going to accept me? And it's kind of given I don't care no more at this point. I'm not in the pain that I was in. It only hurts when I've been sitting for a long time or laying for a long time, and I gotta stretch that back out. So it's okay. It's not that bad. Not that bad. And you know, just give it all back to the Lord, because you gotta realize there's just certain things that you're gonna be able to control, and a lot more things that you can't control. The main thing that you can control is yourself. Back when I was saying, you know, yeah, the enemy, he gonna come and he gonna tempt you, but God is just trying to see what your reaction is gonna be to it all. And my reaction is, I'm giving it back to him. I'm letting him fight my battles. Exodus 14:14. Be still and I'll fight for you. But if you don't believe that, then you just don't believe that. I believe he'll fight for me if I sit down and really let him be who I say he is. Abba Father. He'll take care of it. He'll take care of it. It's just a sucky feeling. I'm not gonna lie. I'm human, and it's normal feelings. It sucks. Happy 23 weeks.